Block content. What's happening, my block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Block Content. This is really exciting because today I get to say I've completed Super Mario Odyssey. A lot of you guys probably have. People have gotten a whole lot of moons in this game, and we finally know the final count of those moons. I am so thrilled to be sharing information with you guys today about my play session, but most of all, my thoughts about where to go next from Super Mario Odyssey, because there's a lot in the game that suggests this ain't over yet. And I don't really mean in terms of story, but in terms of possibilities with this engine, possibilities with Super Mario Odyssey as a franchise, perhaps, like Super Mario Galaxy was. So guys, thanks for arriving over here. Your Odyssey stop is right here. So there's a giveaway. You can win Super Mario Odyssey's Cappy and Mario t-shirt, which is a really, really cool shirt. And you can actually win this by just commenting down below. Just tell me why you could rock this shirt if you would wear it, and subscribe to the channel, click on the notifications, and tell a friend about block content. So remember that you can also be the comment question winner, and your comment will appear in our next video. So if you have an original, funny, informative, maybe a theory, maybe your own ideas about where Odyssey is going next, just comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for notifications. Notification Squad, what up? So you can support block content on my Patreon as well at the end of this video, and you'll be included in every single video up until this point. So really exciting stuff. Today's comment question is actually, well, what do you think of Super Mario Odyssey? And for those of you who've played it, who have streamed it, I've gotten a lot of messages from you guys, from my block buddies, that you guys are streaming the game, that you guys are sending me some crazy awesome footage to talk about, and I'm really excited to start doing that very soon. So I've dived deep into Super Mario Odyssey, and I can't wait to share with you guys what I've found and what my thoughts are on where the franchise is going next. So what is your opinion on your gameplay of Super Mario Odyssey up until this point? If you haven't gotten the game, don't worry, block content is here to talk about it with you. And if you're still on the fence about getting a Nintendo Switch, well, I just gotta say one thing. I've convinced a friend of mine like a day ago by just showing Mario Odyssey gameplay, by just talking about what the Switch represents and that you can play it on the go. I mean, this is just an awesome package, so get that awesome Nintendo Switch plus Super Mario Odyssey package, because that looks cool and it's definitely the best way to play Nintendo Switch. Alright guys, let's get into this. Well, like I said, my play sessions for Super Mario Odyssey, I've gotten over a lot of hours in on this thing, maybe over 20 hours at this point. And there's a whole lot of secrets that I've uncovered, a whole lot of things that I thought, wait, maybe this couldn't be possible in the game, right? I mean, that cap dive jump, from the first time I started off the game, right, I started experimenting with Mario's move. Like rolling down a hill, and then doing the long jump, and then doing the cappy jump, and then doing the dive again, and then jumping from the cap, and then, you know, perhaps even doing the dive again. And all those things are possible in this game. Like, Mario's mobility in Super Mario Odyssey is absolutely baffling to me. There's so much potential for crazy speedrunning, and I've already seen a ton of crazy speedruns. So, spoiler alert for those who don't want to know all the kingdoms in the game, but here we go. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in the game in terms of mobility, and the Lost Kingdom, where the Forgotten Isles are, that's one of the highlights of the entire game. I mean, there's possibilities for a lot of crazy jumps. There are tiny treetops, there are tiny little areas that you can just barely get on, and even in the Lake Kingdom, that's very early on in the game, there's a lot of speedrunning potential right there. And because people are uncovering so many secrets, like getting on top of towers you're never supposed to get on top of, but finding a big bundle of coins there, I mean, that's Nintendo saying, hey, we're blowing this wide open for speedrunners. We know that you guys are going to uncover secrets in this. We know that possibly you were not even able to get there, but people made it happen, right? So I'm really thrilled that that kind of stuff is happening, and that made me think Super Mario Odyssey, to me, represents a game that does not really meet its full potential because it's impossible to cram it into one game. And I think that's very similar to the case that we got in Super Mario Galaxy, where we played this amazing adventure. There was a crazy good story there as well, but ultimately it was just this case of there's so much more that we can do, so much more planets, so much more characters and environments, and even, you know, mechanics that we know from this game, we can reuse it in another game. So similar to what happened in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and they reused the same engine, a lot of the same assets and sounds and music to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And I think that Super Mario Odyssey has to be kind of that exception, like that rule. I mean, okay, Super Mario 3D World was great, but I don't think that anyone is waiting for a Super Mario 3D World 2. Well, if you are, let me know in the comments because I want to discuss that as well. But if you think about it, a game like Super Mario Odyssey, all those kingdoms, there are a lot of kingdoms that are hinted at. There are a lot of kingdoms that we only see snippets of, and a spoiler alert again if you don't want to know about all the kingdoms, but it's about, the Ruined Kingdom. It's about the Lost Kingdom. Those crazy kingdoms that we only see tiny hints of and that we really want to explore a whole lot more of. I mean, just the Cloud Kingdom, the concept in general of a Cloud Kingdom. And just the idea of Mario jumping around in a cloud world. We only see an arena, and that arena looks good. I mean, the background looks good. It looks so detailed. It even has its own atmospheric music and sounds from Mario stepping on clouds and ideas for platforms, but it doesn't really go any further than that concept. There's a couple of stuff to get there. Even in the post-game, there's a lot of cool stuff there, but there's no real Cloud Kingdom. It's just that Nimbus arena that they talk about. And with the Ruined Kingdom, it's the same thing as well. This is an area that I want to explore to the fullest, right? And I think that if they did something like DLC, well, that issue could definitely immediately be resolved. I think even if they did a Super Mario Odyssey 2, and I definitely think that this will be a great time for, that sequel to come out, is somewhere next year, to have another big Super Mario adventure, a 3D Mario game. Everybody already loves Odyssey, and if this game got 10s everywhere, what's a sequel that's going to build on everything going to be, right? And what I think about that game, about the idea of a Super Mario Odyssey 2, is definitely thinking about Princess Peach's castle as a main hub world, thinking about all those paintings, and maybe we can see paintings of the areas that we've already seen, Mount Volbono, maybe some New Donk City, maybe tiny paintings that will get us to new areas in those kingdoms, because the Metro Kingdom isn't just New Donk City, right? There's a whole background of more stuff, so maybe we can explore areas like that. But also, what if we roam through Peach's castle and see a whole lot of new paintings that we've never seen before? Like kingdoms like, the Cloud Kingdom, and there we are. So it's a throwback to Mario 64, and at the same time, it's building on Super Mario Odyssey. Maybe it'll be DLC, maybe you can buy DLC paintings or something like that you can jump in for a quick session, and a whole lot of people will do that. I've already thought about ideas of, possibly there will be DLC costumes. That'd be the easiest route for Nintendo to go to get some more revenue out of Super Mario Odyssey, kind of like they did with Super Smash Bros. And the costumes. I think that'll definitely be a big seller for Nintendo if they do something like that. The engine is perfect, Mario's mobility is great, the characters are good, but we already thought about Luigi, we already thought about Isle Delfino, which would be amazing to have in this engine as well. And I just think that DLC or a sequel would be the best choice here. So I want to know from my block buddies, what are you looking forward to the most? Is it the idea of DLC for Super Mario Odyssey? Because you already got the game, you just want to, have the option of more content. Or do you think the approach for a Super Mario Odyssey 2, kind of like Mario Galaxy 2, would be the best bet here? Well, I definitely think that it's still up in the air. I do believe firmly that Nintendo will do something close to this, because this game is just too perfect to just leave alone. I've heard a lot of YouTubers actually comment on this. Even YouTubers like Arlo, which is a great friend of ours, he basically said, there are a whole lot of games that deserve a sequel in the same engine, because Nintendo already did all the work and we wouldn't have to wait all that long. And Arlo, yeah, I think you're correct. There's a whole lot of possibilities for Nintendo to do stuff like that, and I think Odyssey is definitely a great bet. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I just want to say, the comments, you guys are great. I've been reading through all of them the past few days to just see how excited you are for Super Mario Odyssey. And Block Content is doing all that I can to just get that content out there for you guys. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. If you comment down below, it could be featured in our next video. And today's comment question is, what do you think of Super Mario Odyssey so far? So leave it in the comments and I'll read through it. As for the previous comment question, it comes to us from our good friend Shy Hoodie, saying, I wish it was the year of Luigi, so we could get Super Luigi Odyssey. Well, Shy Hoodie, I'm right there with you. That would be great as well. I kind of hope for Super Mario Odyssey 2, but hey.
Mario, I kind of want my own game too. Oh no.
Luigi, I feel you. I want that too. So thank you so much for watching. Here's something cool. You can decide what I make a video about next because we're on Patreon. So click at the left link at the end of this video and you can support us in any way you want. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Block Content family yet, just click that subscribe button. All that news and fun that you care about will be delivered daily to you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's undoubtedly more Block Content. See ya.